Happy Monday to everybody. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. We've got a handful of things to break tonight. We're going to do a bit of memorabilia, and then we'll get into some Tier 1 baseball as well. So as we normally do, we're going to go over a little bit of information here before we actually get started ripping. So while everyone is getting in and getting settled, I'm going to start rolling with that. So my feedback is automated on eBay. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. So yay, win-win and no waiting. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. I always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. We're taking a look now at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, Valiant Baseball. That's the release date, and I'm hoping it's going to show up tomorrow. Oh, you know how Leaf is, but hopefully it's going to be here. And if it is, then it'll be a case of Valiant Baseball, and then we're going to do a 12-box inner case of Legacy Football. Veteran Base does not ship to the teams on the Legacy Football. It's a separate bidding category. You can find all the information about that, of course, in the listing description. On Wednesday night, that is when Spectra Basketball comes out, and we're going to open a 4-box half-case quantity of that. Those are loose boxes from shared cases. On Thursday night, it will be Finest Baseball and then Sage Aspire Football. On Finest, it's a full case. On Sage Aspire, they didn't issue it in cases, so we're just going to be opening 3 boxes of it, but there will be 72 hits in it. And a lot of first round guarantees and things like that. Now, look over the listing description. I put a bunch of that in there, but pretty cool product this year from Sage. Then Friday night, we're going to open Series 2 Jumbo Baseball. And that'll be by the full case. Once again, Veteran Base will not go to the teams in that one. It's a separate bidding category. And the Celebration of Decades event ticket is also a separate bidding category for that one. Saturday night and Sunday night will be off nights, and that's how it looks in the upcoming week. Now, here's what you need to know about what we're working on tonight. So we've got some free shipping breaks, and that's going to be the multi-sport jerseys and the mini helmets, mini football helmets. If you hit one of those items tonight, you can expect that it will ship out to you sometime between now and next Monday, which will be July the 6th. Free shipping stuff is always projected out simply within a 7-day window. And of course, if you don't hit in one of our free shipping breaks tonight, again, that's the mini helmet and the jersey, your consolation card or cards would typically be held and sent with your next package. And that's just because it is a free shipping break. But if you don't want to wait on that and you want your consolation card sent right away, the only thing you have to do is send me a message on eBay letting me know that, and I will happily get it on the way to you. I can't speak tonight, apparently. Then our other break tonight is Tier 1 Baseball. That is a paid shipping break. I'm anticipating it will be out the door and on the way to you by Friday. Might be sooner than that. I don't think it would be later than that unless something really unexpected happens. Otherwise, on or about Friday. It does always say plus or minus a day, meaning a day earlier or a day later. But I think Friday's pretty good estimate for Tier 1. So first up tonight will be the multi-sport jerseys, mini football helmets, the second break, Tier 1 baseball, the third break of the night. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Everybody's paid up too, so thank you guys for starting the week off well in that regard, and gals. So first up is a 3-box break of 2020 Gold Rush autograph multi-sport jerseys. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, which is Monday night, the 29th of June. For our jerseys, it is the first letter of the name on the jersey. So Brady would go to the B's, Ichiro would go to the I's, Rose would go to the R's, etc. And then there was a separate bidding spot for any multi-signed jersey. This particular product does have some multi-signed jerseys in it, meaning signed by multiple players. And if we hit one of those tonight, it would go to that separate bidding spot, of course. Last little piece of business. You're going to notice your background. It just got blurry, didn't it? Yes, it did. But that's on purpose. I don't want you to worry about that. That's just going to allow us to see what we need to see without all that pesky zooming in and out and all that other crap that we don't like. So, let's see what we've got here for our first Gold Rush jersey. And of course, these are multi-sport, so we don't know. Could be from anything. Ooh, that's nice. That is one of our rookie NFL players recently drafted. That's going to be T. Higgins. And of course, it goes to the letter H. T. Higgins is a Bengal, I believe. There is his autograph. It is Beckett authenticated. There is your Beckett paperwork that goes with it. So the first one we see is going to the letter H with your rookie NFL player, T. Higgins. All right, let's roll into number 2. Let's see what we can find here. Ooh, it's a little bitty one, probably basketball because it's all tiny in there. Let's see who it is. Oh, wow, guys, that's really nice. That is Joel Embiid, and this appears to be an authentic NFL jersey because you saw the logo man there on the back. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're all tagged up a 100% authentic, no custom jersey here. That is a fantastic hit for the letter E. And there's your Embiid autograph, and it looks like it is Fan Authentics. I think that's or Fanatics, rather. That is their little authentication sticker. And there is our Fanatics paper that goes with it. What a nice hit that is. Embiid for the E's with the authentic NBA jersey. Super nice hit. All right, the third one. Let's see what it is. Our last one out looks like a Raiders jersey, so it could be any number of things. It's going to be JSA authenticated. That much we do know. Oh, Woodson. Okay, very nice. With a W hit there for Rod Woodson. There's his signature and his Hall of Fame inscription and your JSA sticker down there at the bottom. So we have the Woodson, and it's actually a Steelers jersey, not a Raiders jersey. I just originally, of course, saw the black and white and went to Raiders, but it's actually Steelers. And then there's, doesn't matter, goes a W, but anyway, there's your JSA authentication. So we had the Woodson for the W's. We had the Embiid on the authentic NBA jersey for the E's. And then we started it off with the T. Higgins that, of course, had last name on the jersey being Higgins, goes to the H bidding spot. So there you have it for tonight. It was E, H, and W. Let me move these out of the way. I'll be right back with you. Okay, up next we're going to do a full case of mini helmets. We normally do them by the half case. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. We're going for broke. Oy, we're going to do the whole case tonight. But let's get our paperwork done first. It's technically not paperwork, but you know what I mean. We got to hit the high points again here. People jump in and out all the time. So, free shipping breaks, the one we just finished, the one we're about to do. If you hit, it's going to ship to you within the next 7 days, no later than Monday, a week from today. Might go sooner, won't go later. If you skunk in one of the 2 free shipping breaks, your consolation card or cards typically held until your next package ships, unless you send me a little message on eBay and tell me you'd like to have it sent sooner, in which case I will gladly do so. Paid shipping break, Tier 1 baseball, that's up after we look at our mini helmets. Should be out the door and on the way approximately Friday. If you get skunked in that one, any consolation cards you are due will ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door because it's paid shipping break. Which brings us to this. It is a 10-box case of 2020 Tristar Autograph Mini Football Helmets. It's the full case. This is break number 1. Ended tonight on eBay, the same night we are breaking it, Monday night, the 29th of June. Team names there on the left-hand side. User ID of each winning bidder is across from their team. And, of course, we'll scroll down through there, let everybody get a chance to see their name. And if you're in Tier 1, don't wander too far off. This probably, I don't know, take us 10 or 12 minutes. Did I never switch your view? I didn't, did I? Daggone it. I just left you on the wrong view, didn't I? The whole time we were looking at the spreadsheet, I just left you on the totally wrong view. Sorry about that. This is what I was talking about in regard to your shipping dates when we were discussing that a minute ago. And then this is the spreadsheet that I was scrolling through. See what happens when you give me the weekend off. I come back on Monday all crazy and just forget to totally switch the screen, didn't I? That's all right, though. We got you caught back up. We're back to good. And so tier 1, it'll probably take, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to do this, something like that. And then we'll be ready to go with yours. So first things first, I got to get these out of here. So let's get that accomplished. Well, maybe I'm going to get them out of here. All right, let's see if I can do this without knocking the camera over, hopefully. That extra one fit on a slide in there? Oh, yeah. All right, now we're talking. All right, so 10 of them. And you know what? I don't feel like that gives me very much room to work. So I think what I'm going to do is move them over and we'll kind of just bring them back one at a time or something thereabouts. So I've got a little bit of elbow room, if you will, to work with here on these little bad boys. Everybody's quiet tonight. Nobody's chatting. Everybody's just crickets in chat tonight. Crazy. Uh-oh, I just hit something too. Shoot, hang on. Sorry, I hit a button and changed my view on the iPad by accident. I gotta get it back where I can see what I'm doing. So I can see the chat. Well, there isn't any chat, but if there were. So I could see if there was going to be any chat. Okay, so one thing I need to talk about, because this may apply to this one that's getting ready to come out. If some of this is signed on a collegiate helmet, if it is a current player, an active player, or a recently drafted player, it's going to go to the team that they are currently associated with. If it is a retired player, it will be the team they played for the longest, and that is generally going to be the case. It is always listed in the listing description, all that fun information. Now, I've had this guy long enough to know by now. I believe that he only played for the Redskins, but we will check it out, of course, because that is obviously signed on a UCLA collegiate helmet. It's just a little informational card. Our COAs are all generic for Tristar, so they all look exactly the same. The part that matters is this little sticker there on the back, and there's your hologram authentication sticker and your little Gary Beban autograph there at the top. And I think, again, that is Redskins, but we will double check it before we finish up tonight. So, but we've definitely hit him before, and one of these days I'll memorize it. That's all I know to tell you. One of these days I'll memorize it. Okay. Ooh, hoo-hoo-hoo. Redskins are on a roll. How would you like to have your first round draft pick and the number 2 overall draft pick? Yeah, nice, right? Chase Young, PSA DNA certified, and of course that headed to the Redskins. There's your PSA DNA paper certification inside there as well. So that's where we are right now. 2N and both headed, I believe, to the Redskins. Let's just stop and look up Gary Beban right now so that I know. And then that way I'm not saying that's where he goes if that's not where he goes. So we're just going to do that 1 second. We'll just make sure. All right. Career stats on NFL.com for good old Gary tells us, yes, both years were the Redskins. So right now we've had 2 helmets out and they're both Redskins. So if you got Washington in this break, well, sit back and relax. You've already had a good night. Okay, next out, a Raiders helmet, Las Vegas Raiders, and it is Tim Brown. So once again, informational card, generic paper COA, your Tim Brown autograph there on the top, and it's kind of hiding, but you can see the edge of it down there is a Tristar authenticated hologram sticker down on that little bottom edge. So we're 2 Redskins and a Raider. And let's see what comes up next. Oh, maybe I'll be able to get in here. A Packer. Ooh, I hit the camera, didn't I? Sorry. How badly did I move it? A little. Not as much as I thought I had moved it. And our Packer is Dave Robinson. And it looks like, can you see that? It looks like one of the foam pads has come unglued and it's kind of laying down in the bottom of the box from somewhere. And I don't know if there's an authentication in there. I don't really see it, but it would just be the generic one anyway, I guess. And there is your Tristar hologram authentication on the back and your autograph with a Hall of Fame inscription on the top for Dave Robinson and the Packers. Where can I set him? We're running out of space, aren't we? We're going to be running out of more space before we get 10 of these open. All right. Come on now. All right. Who have we here? The Buffalo Bills and one Andre Reed. Informational card. Generic Tristar. Bills helmet, signed in white. Nice. That's your Andre Reed autograph, Hall of Fame inscription. And on this side, we have our hologram authentication there on the back side of it. All right, Bills, Packers, Raiders, and ×2 for the Redskins is where we sit currently. I know, it's like remedial box opening 101, isn't it? Sorry. Cowboys, Mel Renfro, your Tristar little informational card. There is your signature and once again a Hall of Fame inscription on it. It is Tristar hologram authenticated. I do not see any other Tristar generic COA in there, but sometimes they're tucked inside these bottom flaps. So the 2 that we've seen that are Tristar authenticated that have not had a loose paper certificate, when you get it, just check it out. You may have it underneath that flap. I'm not going to guarantee that it would be there, but there's definitely a possibility that it would be there. I've seen that happen before. So, could be hiding in there. Tristar's about the only one that does that, but they do it from time to time. Kansas City Chiefs and Curly Culp. And it is, once again, autographed with a Hall of Fame inscription. Tristar hologram authentication on the back. Don't see the loose generic Tristar, but might be under the flap. But really, you guys probably all know this, but it is the sticker on the item itself that actually matters. Because without that, you would have to have it re-authenticated. But if you're missing the paper COA, that doesn't really matter. They might even replace those because the important part is the sticker on the item. Okay, next up is a New York Giant, and it is Joe Morris. Tristar hologram authenticated sticker on the back and your signature there across the top. And I don't really see the generic one in there either. So I got to think maybe they're under the flaps. Possibly. All right, we are on number 9 of 10. So this is the next to last coming out. It's here for the San Francisco 49ers, and it brings us Patrick Willis for the Niners. Tristar hologram authentication sticker on the back, and there is your Patrick Willis sticker on the top, same as the others. Don't see any other loose generic COA. Number 10, last box mojo, coming at you right now for mini helmet number 10 of 10 in case number 1. And it brings a Steeler. Hey, oh, that's a nice throwback Steeler too. That's Jack Ham. Very sweet. Looks like he signed it in gold. Hall of Fame inscription. Tristar authentication sticker there on the back. And yeah, once again, maybe your Tristar COA could be under the flaps, your paper one. But it is affixed to the item, and that's the important part. So we're going to recap, and we're going to start with the one that just came out. It is Jack Ham for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if you'll bear with me a minute, I'm going to get these back in their boxes as we go along here. And then it is a San Francisco 49er autographed mini helmet for Patrick Willis. The Giants bringing home a Joe Morris. I just like to make sure I get them all back in their boxes so, you know, all their little paperwork and tickets and everything stay with them. It just makes life easier. Curly Culp and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Green Bay Packers and Dave Robinson. Then we have got the Buffalo Bills and Andre Reed. Couple of those little boxes slid off my pile of boxes. They went a little farther away. I had to go back and I had to go over there and pick them up. The Raiders and Tim Brown. Then we have the Redskins. Well, the Redskins and Chase Young, your rookie. Nice little hit. And this guy, he's just a loose helmet. He didn't come in a little plastic display box or anything. And that is Gary Beban, signed on the UCLA helmet, but I did already go to NFL.com and verify the only team he ever played for was the Washington Redskins. So, of course, being that he is retired, that would be the team he played for the longest because it's the only team he played for. And then the last one, it is Mel Renfro for the Dallas Cowboys. So that takes care of our 10 mini helmets out of this case break. And now we're ready to do a little tier 1. Let me grab that case and hang tight for a second. And of course, I've also got to put some spreadsheet information up again. I know, those of you who are here from the beginning, you're like, who wants to see that again? I know, but people do jump in and out all the time, so I want to make sure that everything's squared away there in that regard. Okay, so the free shipping breaks, that's all the memorabilia that we just broke. Jerseys and mini helmets. Should be out the door and on the way to sometime within the next 7 days, meaning no later than Monday the 6th of July. Might go sooner, should not go later. If you got skunked in one of those breaks and did not hit anything, you are still entitled to a consolation card or cards. It will be shipped out usually with your next package because it's a free shipping break. But if you want it sent sooner by itself, just send me a message on eBay and let me know. We'll get it taken care of for you. Paid shipping break tonight is the one we are about to begin. That is Tier 1 Baseball. I expect that should be out the door and on the way to you approximately Friday. And as always, if the week goes really well, it might get out a day sooner. If something unexpected happens, it could go a day later. As it stands right now, I anticipate it being Friday or thereabouts. And if you were to get skunked in Tier 1, your consolation card or cards will go out when the rest of the break goes out the door because it is a paid shipping break. So that would in fact be your next package. It is a 12-box case of 2020 Topps Tier 1 baseball. This is a full case break. It is break number 4, ended tonight on eBay, which is Monday night, the 29th of June. Team names are there on the left-hand side. Winning bidders are across from each team on the opposite side. We'll just take a little peek down through there, let everybody get a chance to see their name up in lights, and now we're ready to bust into some Tier 1 and see what's happening with it tonight. So, of course, nobody's chatting, so I can ask this question. I guess it'll be rhetorical. I don't think anybody's going to answer me because nobody's chatting. But what do you think about Cam Newton to the Patriots? A little unexpected. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. He's been sitting there unsigned all this time. Of course, Patriots made no move, like any indication that they were after him. But then again, you did have to wonder if they were just going to ride with Stidham and then Hoyer as backup. But Cam to the Patriots, and they got him on a sweet deal. I think the deal maxed out at just under $8 million, maybe $7.8 million, and it's a 1-year deal. I think part of that is guaranteed, and part of that was incentive, I think. So... but yeah, that ought to be interesting. And I think the Cam of old days, like 2011, 2012 Cam, I think Bill Belichick would not have probably put up with a lot of that stuff. You know, because Cam likes to have fun out there, and he likes to kind of preen and do whatever when he does well, and he's not the only one. There's lots of quarterbacks that like to do that, and you know what? More power to them. If I could do what they do on the field, I'd probably do the same thing. But my point is, Mr. Bill Belichick is not one to normally really be happy with stuff like that, I guess is the way I'm trying to say it. But now Cam of these days, you know, who's coming back off of the injuries and wanting to prove himself and riding into town with everybody kind of thinking, oh, he's washed up or he's only going to be a backup or something. And now he's got something to prove and he's a little older and all that. I don't know. Could be a nice mix. You never know. Ah, we do have some life in chat. John's here, and he says he thinks it's an okay move if he stays healthy. And Alden says he's worse now. You're there in South Carolina. You think he's worse. See, I thought he'd gotten a little better about that. I thought he'd gotten some of that out of his system. But Alden's telling us no way. Or Aiden, rather, sorry. And by the way, welcome. As I butcher your name, I glanced over there and looked at it wrong. Aiden, sorry. Got a friend whose nephew's name is Aiden. I always like that name. All right, so as you can see, this is a 1-pack per box product. We're going to get all the packs out first. And, of course, Topps tells us we are looking for 2 autograph cards and 1 relic card per box. Now, we'll also tell you that we do often find a few little surprises in here where we get some bonus hit and a few hot packs, or whatever you want to call them, hot boxes, I guess, technically. So usually we'll find a little bit beyond that, a couple extra relics generally in every case, something like that. But that gives you kind of an idea. So, all right. Aiden, this is your 3rd break of Tier 1. What kind of luck have you been having? Have you been pulling the stuff you want, or have you been still looking? It's kind of a mixed bag, isn't it? Sometimes it's feast or famine sometimes with Tier 1. You either hit, like with wild abandon, or you have to open 20 cases to find what you want. Not like a lot of in between, I don't think. Okay. First up is a nice one because I see Juan Soto right on the top there. Looks like that is numbered to 150. And that, of course, is going to the Nationals. I will point out to you right off the top that many of these are going to have some imperfections on their edges and corners, some minor chipping and edge wear and things. We're probably going to see that throughout. Like there's an example of it there on these corners, particularly on the right-hand side. And they are generally going to be more noticeable on a darker color background than on a white one. George Springer for the Houston Astros, our first relic out. It is numbered to 395, as most of them will be. I like this kid. This is Kevin Biggio, and he's here for the Toronto Blue Jays, numbered to 299. Aiden, you're looking for Aquino and Harper, or that's what you've hit. You've hit Aquino and Harper, or that's what you've been looking for. Because, listen, I'm a Reds fan, so I'm all about Aristides. I like that. He's been surprisingly difficult to pull this year, though. His autographs are not coming out as much as I had hoped they would, or as frequently, I should say. Numbered to 100, little throwback, Todd Helton for the Colorado Rockies. And a relic for Tanaka and the New York Yankees. Well, the sleeve is not wanting to go. Now we've got it. And that's a pretty good looking relic. And you know what? It should be, because it's a 1 of 1. So that's why it's a pretty good looking relic, isn't it? Yeah. Because it's a 1 of 1. And should we go ahead and just put it, you want to? Let's just do that. Maybe we'll just go ahead and put it in a case. All right. I think this one is the right size. If it is not the right size, then I will have to put it in a case after the fact, because I'll have to dig around. But I think this is the right size. But the next size up, I thought I had a box that was sitting right there behind me, but in fact I didn't. So let's just see. Is that going to be the right size? No, I think it will be the next size up. So, yeah. I will end up having to dig for that, I guess. Unless I got one more place I can look. Hang on. All right, no, I can't lay my hands on it right at this moment, so we will sleeve him again, and we'll one-touch him later if I can find the one-touch. If not, we'll find another safe way to ship him if I can't find it. But anyways, nice Tanaka relic, numbered 1 of 1, going to the Yankees. And then we have a Josh Hader autograph out for the Milwaukee Brewers. Like several others, some minor chipping and edge issues going on there. That is numbered to 299 for Milwaukee. Oh, that's what you've hit so far, are the Aquinos and Harpers. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, Aquino didn't make the 60-man roster. I didn't even hear that. Actually, I didn't even see the red 60-man roster. Wow, well, that's disappointing. Wonder what the heck's going on there. There's Corey Dickerson for the Philadelphia Phillies. That numbered to 299. Here comes a little Mike Trout. This is most likely the relic, and I guess it tells us that on the back, so we know it is the relic. And that is Mike Trout for the Angels. That relic numbered to 395. And then we have, look at that. Robert for the White Sox. We do have some chipping on both of our lower corners, maybe to a lesser extent on the upper ones as well. That is to 199 for the White Sox, with a nice hit out for Chicago, baby. Chi-town. And how about Victor Robles? Because, well, why not? Started it off with Juan Soto. The Nationals are doing pretty well tonight. Very rough up here in that whole upper quadrant. On that upper right corner, looks like it may have even been cut a little rough up there. And there is Robles to 299 Nationals. And then we've got an autograph behind that for the Brewers to 299. It is Keston Hiura. This is going to be one of our boxes where we get an extra relic or an extra, actually it's going to be an autograph. We have an extra hit that'll be an auto in this one. Usually the extras are relics, but lucky tonight. DJ LeMahieu and the Yankees to 395, and our extra hit heads to the Cubbies to 299 with Alzolay. Wonder why Aquino didn't make the red 60-man roster. Did you hear any news about that, Aiden? Oh, and hi, John, by the way. Did I say hi to you while ago? Maybe I did. I think I did, but then I looked down there again, and I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know if I did or not. I thought it, but I don't know if I said it. Francisco Lindor, that is numbered to 100 for the Cleveland Indians. Once again, you can see some minor chipping and things, especially on the lower right-hand corner I noticed on it. Fernando Tatis Jr., 395 relic, San Diego Padres. You know you're not getting out of here without hitting at least one Oakland A, numbered to 299. That is Blake Trinian, Oakland A's. Okay, Mr. Jeff Bagwell. Numbered to 25 for the Astros. Little throwback ink there for your man Bagwell. And again, you know, all four corners on the back, some minor stuff. To 395, it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. with a relic for the Toronto Blue Jays. And another autograph for the White Sox. This one is Dylan Cease to 299. John said the same with Voit. So are you saying Luke Voit didn't make the 60-man for the Yankees? I mean, are these guys just like saying they don't want to play, or they're in the risk category or something? Because I know there are some players exempt for that reason that wouldn't be on the 60-man, or if there are either of them. Voit had an injury, didn't he? At the end of last season, won a mini for the Yankees. So maybe that's his deal, but I don't know about Aristides. Excuse me. White Sox again. Dylan C. Silver this time to 10. So a significant upgrade there from your Dylan Cease a moment ago, that one being to 10. Bryce Harper and the Philadelphia Phillies bringing a Tier 1 relic to 395. And here we've got a Mitch Haniger. This is for the Mariners. We can see again some chipping more on the right side than the left side. And that is your relic autograph combo. It is numbered to 25, and of course, as Topps is known to do, that is a sticker autograph, which they sometimes do when it's also a relic. In fact, quite often. Oh, you mean Voit is in every case. You weren't talking about him being on the roster. You were talking about he's in every case. You probably typed that right after I said the thing about the A's, and I just didn't glance over there in time. Sorry, that's my fault. That's my fault. Arizona Diamondbacks with a Domingo Aleba or something like that to 299. I butcher his name quite frequently. Our relic is Adrian Morejon for the Padres to 395. And then we have a Jake Rogers for the Tigers. Okay, that's nice. Detroit Tigers with a relic autograph, Jake Rogers to 99. Oh, woohoo, look at that. Nice little Yordan Alvarez for the Astros. It is numbered to 150. That's a nice little hit, too, for Houston. And, you know, not as noticeable back here because your corners and edges are white. So that's kind of a blessing in that it doesn't show up as much as when they're black like it is on this one. Carlos Carrasco for the Indians, a relic to 395. And sure enough, somebody called it. John called it. He says he's in every case, and here he is. Luke Voigt, right on cue for the Yankees. Again, guys, some minor edge and corner stuff. All right, that is numbered to 299. Aiden is calling out the Astros. And he's saying we should bang a trash can. Well, I said this whole deal that has delayed the season, there's been no one happier about that than the Astros, because they would have had a horrible year on the road this year. They might, you know, they might get past it by the time you get to the next season and things normalize. They might not get as much heckling as they would have otherwise gotten. Keston Hiura, that is numbered to 10 again. A nice silver hit there for the Brewers. And, well, Victor Robles again for the Nationals. Lots of chipping on lower left and lower right. Less so on upper left and upper right. But it's another Robles for the Nationals, numbered to 299. The relic here is Kirsch for the Dodgers, a little Clayton Kershaw to 395. And next out, we see Trent Grisham to 299, also the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers have had several tonight, as have the Nationals. And Kyle's here too. Hi, Kyle. Kyle jumped into chat just a minute ago. I think commiserating there with Aiden about the Astros, yeah. Rafael Devers in the Red Sox. Lower right and upper right, both left side less so, but imperfect as well. To 299, the Red Sox and Devers. The Oakland A's to 395. It is A.J. Puck. Brian Reynolds, the Pirates, to 299. So we've got one left, which brings us to a little bit of a last box mojo kind of moment. Let's see here if we can bring forth the fire for our last box of the night. Well, that's kind of nice if you've got the Orioles. Mike Messina is a fun little hit for the Orioles. We've had lots of good throwback ink tonight. That is numbered to 100. And then we've got Chris Sale with a relic to 395 going to the Red Sox. We've got a little hot box pack here, so meaning we've got an extra relic. It is Deion Sanders to 199 for the Atlanta Braves. Right corners, more chipping than the left side, but all of it's got a little bit. And then Mr. Yamamoto to 299 for the Miami Marlins. Wraps up this case of Tier 1. Now, we will recap this. We'll take another look, taking a little spin through our hits here in a moment. So for anyone who might have missed it earlier, we are about to take another look. And then after we do that, I will put up the shipping information one final time and what's coming up in the days ahead. We'll look at all of that again as soon as we recap. So a 1 of 1 Tanaka relic. I had hoped to one-touch it, but apparently I'm out of the size, at least can't easily lay my hands on it, that it goes in. So if I can find one, I'll one-touch it. If not, I'll still make sure it gets to you safely. We'll make sure that's packed really well. A little 1 of 1 for the Yankees. And this other relics that do not have autographs attached. We have one for the Braves, the Red Sox, the Oakland A's, and the Dodgers. If you happen to be watching this on replay and you didn't watch this live, please be aware that the vast majority of these cards do have minor edge and corner chipping kind of throughout the whole release. Cleveland Indians relic. And there is one for the Padres. Here comes Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Blue Jays managed to get a Gurriel, so we're not sending them home empty-handed. Padres again, Tatis. The Yankees and LeMahieu. The Angels with Trout. And, excuse me, the Astros with George Springer. Now let's take a look with our autograph hits. Numbered to 10, that heads to the White Sox. Dylan Cease. Right behind it, there's another Dylan, but that one's to 299. Jeff Bagwell out for the Astros to 25. Trinian shows up for the Oakland A's to 299. Francisco Lindor and the Indians to 100. Alzolay, 299. Cubs. Brewers and Hira to 299. The Nationals and Robles, that's one of a pair of Robles. It's to 299. This little bad boy right here, this is a nice hit. This is Robert for the White Sox to 199. The Phillies, Corey Dickerson, 299. Josh Hader, Brewers, 299. Todd Helton for the Rockies to 100. More nice throwback. Biggio, that's also going to the Blue Jays to 299. A Juan Soto for the Nationals. This first one we saw tonight. It's numbered to 150. Yamamoto Marlins 299. Messina Orioles numbered to 100. Brian Reynolds 299. Pittsburgh. Rafael Devers to 200 for the Red Sox. Trent Grisham, 299. Brewers. Luke Voigt, 299. Yankees. There's your other Robles to 299. Nationals. Here's a second Keston Hiura, but this one happens to be numbered to 10. Also going, of course, to the Brewers. Yordan Alvarez, numbered to 150 for the Astros. And then we've got Jake Rogers to 99 for the Tigers. The D-backs to 299 with Domingo. And this one is a sticker, of course, because it's paired with the relic there, as was the other relic combo a minute ago. To 25, Mitch Haniger and the Mariners. So all in all, not a bad case of Tier 1. Some nice veteran hits, especially with the Messina there for the Orioles, who probably, I'd say, got that at a pretty good little price. Might turn a nice little profit on that, one would hope. Okay, as promised, I'm going to put up your spreadsheet info again. Let's first take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, it's Leaf Valiant Baseball. Tomorrow is the scheduled release date, and assuming UPS shows up with it, we'll break it tomorrow night, along with a 12-box inner case of Legacy Football. Veteran Base does not ship to the teams in Legacy. It has a separate bidding category. You can find all the details in the description, of course. Wednesday is the release day for Spectra Basketball. We'll be breaking a 4-box half-case quantity of loose boxes on Wednesday night. Thursday night, a full case of Finest Baseball, 3 loose boxes of Sage Aspire Football. That's because there are no cases of Aspire. They were all loose boxes. That's how the product was made and issued. We'll find 72 hits in it, including some guaranteed first-rounders. On Friday night, we're going to break a 6-box case of Top Series 2 Jumbo Baseball. Once again, Veteran Base will not ship to the teams in that break either. It is, again, a separate bidding category. All right, this is what it looks like shipping-wise. So the free shipping breaks tonight, which were the jerseys and the mini helmets. If you hit one, it's going to be out the door and on the way to you sometime within the next 7 days. Will not be later than Monday, the 6th of July. It might be sooner, but it should not be any later than that. If you got skunked in the memorabilia break and you were not lucky enough to hit something there, you can expect to still get a consolation card, and that's just simply a loose, used, random trading card for your team. Can be from any year and any series. Typically held to ship with your next package because it is a free shipping break. But if you want it sent sooner, you need to only send me a message on eBay and let me know, hey, send it now. Don't wait for my next package, and I'll take care of that for you. Tier 1 was our final break of the night. That one, a paid shipping break, should be out the door and on the way approximately Friday. As always, plus or minus a day, so the week goes really well, might go sooner. The week goes off the rails unexpectedly, could go a day later. And of course, if you were to have gotten skunked in this break, you are still going to get a package in the mail, because this will be your next package since it is a paid shipping break, and it would have consolation card or cards in it. So that's how all that looks for tonight. Of course, we already looked at that, so I didn't switch over again, did I? Daggone it. How do I do that twice in one night? I don't know. I don't know how I managed to do that twice in one night. Ay, 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 ay. All right, well, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about that for shipping, and we were talking about this for what's coming up in the days ahead, and I forgot to switch the thing. I really, you know what? I do this at least once a month, and it's usually after I've been off for a weekend, so that'll teach me, won't it? But anyway, that's what I was talking about. Now you've gotten a chance to hear it and see it. How convenient, right? All right, let me see if I missed anything in chat here. Looks like Aiden said the Messina is money. Yeah, I would think they would make a little money on that one for sure. So, all right, I guess that wraps me up for tonight. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining me. I always appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow night or sometime soon. But in the meantime, stay safe and happy and healthy, and I'll be back tomorrow night. Until then, bye now.